we're the Bauno family.
The
Bauno.
I had to ask because the car went past and I would have knocked out everything.
And this was my daughter, Liana Joy.
Liana Joy?
She's the one who chose all these toys to be given for this toy.
Alright, Jean, I just smashed that burger, by the way. Absolutely smashed it. Had the jalapenos on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Whoa. She didn't even eat that many jalapenos, so I got to double up on it.
They grilled your pineapple?
Oh, no, it's perfect, yeah. Like, honestly, when I was going to get the meat pie, they sell meat pies here, by the way. If you're an Aussie or a UK, there are English meat pies, which mean they're not as good as the Australian ones. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But they're still pretty bloody good, and it's the only thing you can get. It's the only one you can get in Bacolod. Like, I don't know any other pies in Bacolod, but we're not here today for that. And we're not here today to talk about Jean's amazing food. Gunny, how long have you been here for?
I've had this place going on the 14th year.
14 years. 14 years, to the point where people say it's Gunnys near LaSalle. No, LaSalle is near Gunnys. Right? LaSalle University, it's over near Gunnys. That's how long it's been here for. And I've known Jean for 6, 7 years now. We met through another friend, and I've been coming down here for a long time. And he's probably responsible for a fair bit of this.
I had nothing to do with it.
He had a lot to do with it. All right, so we came down here today to actually not talk about his burgers, even though we just smashed some burgers there. What did we get? The Hawaiian burger? Yeah, it's the Doc and my personal favorites. The Doc is actually here. She's the camera lady. Hi. And today we're going to talk about Toys for Tots. Now, if you've never heard about Toys for Tots, it's actually a Marine initiative. So the Marines have been doing this since
probably
70 years or something.
Yeah, it's been a while.
1948, I think it was.
It started after the war, yeah.
Right, yeah. And so basically what they do is every year for Christmas, they put together boxes of toys for children to give them something to look forward to. And these aren't just normal children, these are underprivileged children that are in orphanages, or and these ones are going to an orphanage
here in Bacolod this year.
Yeah, and this is the only Toys for Tots that I know of in the Philippines.
At least in our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
They may have one up there near Subic or somewhere.
Oh man, I googled it. I couldn't find it.
Really?
Like that's what I'm saying. But
I don't know why they don't do it.
Yeah, but it might not be on the internet. You know, it might not have been in my Google search. If it doesn't come up in the top 10 pages, I give up.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But so Jean has carried on the Marine tradition. Jean, a former Marine. Gunnys. This is why this place is called Gunnys. And Jean's nickname is also
Gunny. I was a gunnery sergeant in the Marines.
So, henceforth, Gunny. It's not because his name was Graham or anything like that. So Jean, tell us a little about the Toys for Tots program, if you don't mind.
Well, what I did, I started about 4 or 5 years ago, and we last year we gave to Don Salvador. Todd is he was a master sergeant in the Marines that he runs up there, and does the work of God up there. And I try to give to different places every year, so I'm not just one place all the time.
Share the love.
Which I would love to, but you don't get that. It's getting better. Last year was the best year we had, and it's hard times for everybody.
Oh no, it's been like.
But it's really hard for those that don't have. Thinking that being in the barangay or the barrio, or out in the middle of, I don't know whether people live near the sugarcane fields, but they certainly don't have a lot, so, and this is a way that we can give back to the community and help those that don't have.
Well, it's not just that. You think about kids in their formative years, and as a young child, you're talking from, I'm guessing, 3 years upwards.
Yeah.
To be able to play with a toy is something that we take for granted, really, because most of us grew up with toys, and when we grew up with that imagination, and that's what it captures, really, that imagination of playing and having fun, even though you might be in a desperate situation, or you might
put a smile on their face.
Yeah, it puts a smile on their face, and as long as the toy lasts for it, and it's something they'll always remember.
You find it in your heart that you can bring toys and stuff. Don't get anything with batteries, because that's the problem they'll have. They can't recharge it.
Yeah.
and they don't
got no
have
power.
batteries.
They got no power.
So if you are able to see it in your heart to give, just little toys, you know, for kids. Now, we also here expanded it. It don't work like this in the States. In the United States, they want all brand new stuff, packaged, box, right? Here, if your kid's about grown stuff and you're stumbling over it and it's just in the way, that's the kind of stuff we're looking
Reuse
for
it.
here.
Yep.
You know, the stuff that your children may have outgrown, the clothes, here. And even these nuns, and last year I didn't know this, but they take this, where you got a shirt with a hole in it, they take and they patch that up.
Yeah, let's go.
You know, so any, I had said gently used clothing last year, but now, knowing that, anything, if you got something that had a pair of breeches that got a rip, now all kids nowadays want to wear breeches with rips in it, but, you know.
Before it was cool.
Yeah. But before it was cool, it's called, they're worn out. But they will take that stuff and cut above where that tear is and then hem it, and then, so your breeches might not go all the way down to the knee, but you remember what they was like when we were growing up, they were extremely short.
Yeah.
But,
oh, I used to wear army,
Yeah.
reusable army
but
pants.
anything, anything you bring to this place. Now, near the end, last year, people were bringing sacks of rice and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you didn't want that much rice, and whatever. I would call the tithe, this year I called the father, the priest, and I would say, hey, we got rice, so y'all come and get it and use it now, you know. But it's the gift to you from whoever, and you put your name on it if you want. If you want to stay anonymous, then that's fine too. But it's all, everything that gets dropped off here, it all goes to where it's supposed to go.
That's good. And now we're not going to sing our high preachers, but we've done this a couple of years in a row ourselves through Gene. And if you don't have time to go get toys, or you don't have kids that have outgrown their toys, come down and give Gene some cash, and they'll go and buy the toys for you, because they know exactly where to get them cheap and know the decent quality. And that's easy for us, because
In the cash, we take photographs of what we buy with your cash, and we send those to you.
so you know where the money's going.
I'm above board. I don't want anybody to ever question that anything illegitimate happen. You know, we provide these photos, and the tracing is there.
Anyone that is you're human beings, we love kids in general, all right, and
Makes you feel like a kid again.
it does. We all remember your childhood, and then have a think about these kids here that don't have that ability, and even Filipinos. Like, think of your childhood, and then have a look at some of these kids who've got nothing, and they've got nothing. What Gene's talking about, clothes that have got rips in them, they're patching them up to clothe them. Otherwise, they're going to be butt naked.
The nuns, they fix it up. I'm totally amazed. I didn't know they did such things.
All right, so we were just talking about this, Gene, and these lovely family here come up.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, we're the Bauno family.
The
Bauno.
I had to ask because the car went past and they would have knocked out everything.
And this was my daughter, Liana Joy.
Leanna Joy?
She's the one who chose all these toys to be
Oh,
given her.
And the bike too?
Yeah, the bike.
Oh my goodness. Are you too big for the bike now?
Yeah.
Hey?
Daddy.
Drop.
Hey?
Mommy doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Because actually, the bike is too small for her. She's just 5 years old, but she's so tall
Oh, she is tall.
and bulky.
Big thing. One of the best videos that I've seen was it has a Marine standing in the rotunda at the Capitol in the U.S. And of course he's in dress blues, and this little kid comes up and says, "Are you Santa Claus? If you are, here's my list." And the Marine, standing at attention, right, takes his hands and holds them down like that. Takes the list. And the little kid runs away. I knew he was Santa Claus.
We're here to flog off the Toys for Tots And
Tell them they just come and stop by at Gunnys. See El Monte Libano, Gate 3?
can't go wrong. And that'll about, I reckon that'll about do it. What do you reckon? Legendary, mate.
Thank you.
All right, I hope we actually do get some people because this is great. And I'm sorry.
Harry's dying.
And I saw, like, I'll be honest with you. Gene might look like the happiest man on earth, all right, but he's absolutely gutted that these aren't full this time.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
and
And if it don't, then I'm gonna come out of the pocket, do my best to try.
well,
to
you still do that anyway. So
I do that all
So
the time.
it's not like you're going to do it regardless. Gene will still.
I'd be too humble to give something like this the way it is.
Don't get me wrong, Gene always gives anyway, so it's not like he's not going to give also. He just likes to organise it, but if you can have a look at his face now, don't, it'll crack the camera. But honestly,
And I shaved recently.
I don't see Gene very upset very often, and I can tell he's gutted about this. So come on, come down.